Hi, my name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. So in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and giving a first impressions for my new Kobo Libra Color. So for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, recently, within the last like 3 or 4 weeks, I noticed a clicking sound coming from my Kindle whenever I would pick it up and hold it to turn the pages with my thumb. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And then one day I was looking at it and I realized that the screen is actually separating from the back of my Kindle. And it is less than 2 years old. And I got it for Christmas almost 2 years ago now from my husband, who was so sweet and kind to get it for me because I begged for it. And I was really sad that it was breaking. So I went on Amazon and I was like, hey, can you do anything for me? Like, it's less than 2 years old. The screen is separating. I haven't dropped it. There's no damage on the screen. There's no scratches, dents, or anything like that. Like, I am not the cause of this problem. It's clearly a defect. And they essentially told me, you're shit out of luck. Here's 15% off. You can buy a new one. And 15% off is nothing. So needless to say, I jumped ship and got the Kobo Libra Color because I've been seeing a lot of people with this recently and it looked so good. I'm really excited to try out annotating on an e-reader, and especially because it has color, which is so cool because I do love reading graphic novels and manga, and although manga are in black and white, they do sometimes have color panels or even monochromatic panels, and I think it'll be great to be able to get them from the library on ebook and still get that beauty and that color from it. So without further ado, let's unbox this baby. Cut to me unboxing, cut to me unboxing. As you would have saw in my unboxing B-roll that I just had up for you, I got the Kobo Libra Color clear case just because I was gonna get a cheaper one on Amazon, but I saw that the ones on Amazon had corners that were like really stuck out from the rest of the case, and I liked this one better just because it was a uniform shape all the way around and I didn't want it to be too bulky. And instead of getting the $70 stylus, I saw someone's YouTube short of them comparing the Kobo Stylus 2 to the Meta Pen 2, and they are the exact same pen. Like side by side, they are built the same, the shape is the same, the buttons are in the same places, etc. Only this is half the price. And then the only difference is that instead of erasing with the back of the stylus, you highlight with the back of the stylus, and then the erasing function is on the button. I didn't mind having those features flipped, so for half the price, I got the Meta Pen to go with my Kobo. So first impressions of the Kobo so far, I've noticed that the screen is extremely responsive when you touch on it, and it loads loads everything really quick. That page flip to me felt extremely quick. As much as I love my Kindle Paperwhite, it absolutely flips the pages a little slower. Even just to wake up, it's a lot slower. Let's see, let's go in here. Okay, that wasn't bad actually. It heard me talking shit, so it's deciding to act correct right now. But because of where my hand sits, the screen is coming off on this side. You can't see because I have the case on, but yeah, the screen is separating and it doesn't auto rotate. So when I'm sitting in bed, instead of just being able to flip over and read this way, you know, like with the case and everything, I still have to hold it with my right hand, because on the left side, the page goes backwards and my thumbs are short, so I can't go backwards. Whereas with the Kobo now, I can go forwards and backwards with one thumb. So I can sit in bed, flip my hand over, and still be able to read comfortably when I'm laying down in bed reading. I don't have a book open with a lot of color right now, but the screen also, I think the colors look great. I know a lot of people were saying that they don't think the colors are very vibrant or beautiful, but to me, I think they look amazing. Here's a page with some books that have a lot of nice color to them. I think it looks amazing. Again, here is a full screen book cover. And another thing I love about the Kobo is that you can just put your library card right on here. I don't have mine connected yet, but when you are searching for books like in the Discover area, which I guess is kind of like their store, you do have the option to buy the book, obviously, but you can also click the 3 dots next to the menu and it will bring up an option that says borrow from your library. So if it's available, you can borrow it right away. And you can also place a hold on a library book directly from the Kobo store, and I think that's so fun. I've also tested out the notebook just a little bit, and I will do another page and show you guys how fast it is. Now, there's a skip in that because I didn't hit the page all the way, but like, look, it's really quick and it feels really responsive. Now, being someone who has an iPad with the Apple Pencil, which is super responsive and super quick and accurate and zappy to write with, or, you know, draw with, whatever, I am so impressed by this. Like, it's almost as good as my Apple Pencil. And again, I got the Meta pen and it was half the price of the stylus that came from Kobo directly, and I'm just so impressed. And I think the colors are nice. I also love that the stylus does just magnetize on the side for safekeeping. It also can go on the front. So if you're doing something, scribble, 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 and you need to put it down for a second, you can just drop it on the front and it's not going anywhere. But if you want to move it away from the side, so you need the buttons, there you go. It's also on the side. It's pretty sturdy. Now, if I were to, like, you know, hawk it, it's gonna fly off. Of course, it's just a magnet, but it feels really sturdy. I like it. I know a lot of people had issues with the housing being plastic, but I think it still feels good quality. I also haven't had any issues clicking the buttons just yet. Look how fast that's going. Wow. Like, that's crazy. I can just go and it's just going. If that was my Kindle, it would be taking so long to load those pages. I'm so sorry. And I have loved my Kindle the entire time I've had it, but to have a device that has a color screen and to be so responsive and so quick to load things on top of that was really appealing to me. I'm not gonna go over every single feature. I've only had this now. I just opened it a day ago, so I'm gonna spend some time with it, see how I feel about it after using it for more than a day, because right now it's new, it's shiny, so I'm sure my opinion in this moment is just a little bit biased because it is a new thing. You know, getting a new electronic is always fun, getting a new e-reader is always exciting. So I will come back in a week or two with an update on my thoughts for the operating system and the annotations, since that is sort of the biggest draw with this, is that you can annotate on it. I also really love when you put the book to sleep. This little box tells you stats about your book. So mine says 87% read, 3 hours to go. And I love that you can just glance at that while it's sleeping and know where you are in your book, because, you know, like with a physical book, you close it and you can just see where the bookmark is. This is kind of giving that same feeling of like, oh, I just put my book down, but wait a second, how far did I get? And then you can glance at it, and this is the same thing. Obviously, it's not a physical bookmark, but it's kind of nice to see that on the outside of the cover. I do think you can turn this off, but I really like it, so I'm not going to turn it off. I also know a lot of people can put screensavers on here somehow, and I'm not really interested in doing the screensaver thing because I just like to see the cover personally, but they are so cute. I've seen so many good ones, and the colors obviously make them just pop and look even better. Also, just to compare sizes, I think the actual visible displays are both 7 inches, but as you can see, the Kindle's a little bit taller And then the Kobo is a little bit wider because it's got room for the buttons. I know a lot of people who were super fans of the Oasis were really excited for this one too because of the page turn buttons. I never had the Oasis. I've never had an e-reader with buttons. This Kindle Paperwhite is my first e-ink reader. I did have the Kindle Fire tablet that my dad got me for my birthday like 10 years ago, and no offense to my dad, I kind of hated it. It was just a tablet and it was too bright and the screen made my head hurt, and I'm a migraine sufferer because of these babies, unfortunately. So having a screen that isn't a phone screen or an iPad screen or a tablet screen to read off of is awesome for me, because obviously I love reading physical books, as you can see by the horde of them behind me, but nothing beats laying in bed at night reading on an e-reader with one hand. That is an experience I will never ever take for granted. Also, as you can see on my Kindle, I have the case that covers the screen, which again is even more frustrating that my screen is making noise and separating from the device, because I've had this case on it since the day that I got it, and it's super like thick and it feels like it's protective. So I don't think it was anything I did that's causing the screen to separate. However, I did opt for the clear case with no cover for this one. So I picked up on Etsy this adorable Kobo sleeve, and oh my gosh, it's so thick and squishy. Like, it's super padded. So I know that this is definitely going to be safe in there, and you just slip it in and there's a little snap. Oh my gosh, and look how cute is that? So I think what I'm gonna do is just use my little travel case if I take the Kobo out of the house, because when I would leave the house with my Kindle, I would just throw it in my purse as is because I know it's covered, but now I can throw it in here and have a cute little pouch for it. I also like having it in the pouch because then if I'm traveling and it jostles around, I know the pen, if it detaches, the stylus will stay in the pouch instead of getting lost in like my purse or backpack or whatever. So this is super cute. It is from queentopazcreations.com. I will link her website down below, and her Instagram and her Etsy. She is a doll, so nice, and this came so fast. I had originally ordered a super cute pouch with little ghosties on it, and then I saw this pattern in her Kindle section, and I messaged her and I was like, hey, I literally just placed an order, but I just saw this mushroom pattern that you have. Could I get the mushroom pattern instead of the ghost one for the Kobo size? And she was like, absolutely no problem. Thank you so much. And I'm just in love with this. I think this is adorable. This is like so my vibe. And the inside is little polka dots, but it's so cute and it makes me feel like really good about the Kobo being in here, being nice and secure. So those are my initial first impressions about the Kobo. It's really zappy. I think the stylus integration is really smooth. It writes really smooth. And this is the off-brand one too, so I would imagine that the stylus that comes directly from Kobo is just as good, if not better, but I don't see how it could be better because this one literally has no problems. I love the buttons. I love the colors. I think they're beautiful. A lot of people say, oh, they're not vibrant enough. Like, obviously it's not going to look like an iPad screen. It's not going to be super vibrant. It's not going to be oversaturated, but just out of the box for only having it for a day, I think it's really responsive. Love the colors, love the buttons. It's lightweight to hold, and the interface feels really user-friendly. It's similar enough to the Paperwhite user face, but obviously stands on its own, that it was easy for me to learn it. Within like 10 minutes, I was familiar with where everything was, and it feels really intuitive, and I can't wait to get into annotating and read more on my Kobo. If you've made it this far in the video, leave a mushroom emoji down below in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!